So, near this pentacle, under this great maple tree, in this place with a little bit of a disheveled pentagon over here, looking actually half okay still. I kind of like that it's sort of, even if like nature happens, it still stays there and kind of grinds it in, you know. And I've shown today that the whole story of Adam and Eve is a curse against and doesn't even provide for in many different geometrical, neurochemical, and sexual ways. It's a full-on high-level witchcraft. Does not permit for a mother and father of man and the mother of man to exist from the beginning. Just want to make that clear to people. That should be like a public service announcement. I think everyone should know that. Spread it around. Okay? I just figured it out today. And if you figured it out a long time ago, you have the right to say, you just figured that out today, you stupid motherfucker. Because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely fucking right. Beat me with a fucking stupid stick as I fall out of the stupid tree and hit every fucking branch on the way down. You're right. We're all right in that way. You know, you're fucking right. Fucking rights. I'll take it like a man as much as I can after that mistake because I just fucking got it. And I've shown it today in the videos that I've made. And just as I start a new channel on YouTube, which may or may not continue to exist, I don't know. Apparently they only give you one strike a day. I think I got multiple ones one day. I put like 10 videos up saying the Holocaust is a lie, and they gave me one strike and then got rid of all the videos. So, oh, how merciful of you. How merciful. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't get mad at YouTube, really. They've got algorithms. You know, you say the word faggot enough times and they're probably going to give you a strike. That kind of thing. And I kind of understand it, but I don't think the people who invented that algorithm made room for the emotions of a son of man. That's all. Which is, of course, the whole point of the channel is basically you'd say, well, it's amazing that we have as much space as we do as the son of man. And not an ass of the son of man either. Right? Odin is like the letter A, and then they turned Odin into an ass. It's also another word for Solilo, which is a word for the sun. But they always use their letters very efficiently, don't they? We'll just call them they. The people who invented this world and breathed life into its universes and string theories and atoms and Jesuses and Adams and Eves and atom cadmons. You're never going to figure it out. Not with a million years, not with a million supercomputers. But a son of man, no fucking problem. Because the son of man understands. The son of man saw since you were a little baby in your mommy's and daddy's pawpaw. You've always known, motherfucker. And that's why you should be shamed for it, motherfucker. You always knew, motherfucker. Didn't you always know, motherfucker? Motherfucker. Motherfucker. You're such a crazy motherfucker. I used to be a crazy motherfucker. And then I got a YouTube channel. Now I think I'm the smartest person on earth. Hi, my name's Rain. I've got a wand. I used to be just another crazy motherfucker. And then I got a YouTube channel. Hail Satan. Yeah, man. Yeah, do it. Do it. That's an uncomfortable way to light a joint, man. That looks very uncomfortable. You look extremely uncomfortable doing it. Whoa, that's it. Get closer to your crotch. Oh, go over there. Takes time. Takes time. Anything good. Anything good takes time. I used to be a crazy motherfucker. Then I got a YouTube channel. Now I think I'm the wisest man on earth. You decide. You decide. This is a Kinder Surprise in which I'd put a ring and some other sacred things. Oh, there it is. Pushing it the wrong way. And the squirrel got it. Opened it up with its little paws and left a bunch of stuff strewn around. I never found the ring. Never found the blessed ring, so it is a gift. You can never do a blessed thing when a squirrel takes your ring. You can never do a blessed thing when the squirrel takes your ring. At least it didn't take your ding-a-ling-ding. I may have need of this wand today, so I'm going to keep it on me. Stick it in my pocket. Sitka spruce, mighty hemlock, cedar, fir. I salute you. Hail, Satan. Hail, Satan. Hail, Satan. Strength to our people. I've been out there, bros. I've been out there a long time. Seems I've been dipping into the old madness cauldron longer than I can recall. But let me tell you this little tale about a king. A king of a wonderful and beauteous kingdom. Who had a story to tell, perhaps. As would ye, I'm sure. If you lived in a beautiful kingdom, you would at least have a story or two to tell. It seems the world has many stories to tell. And many of them have been found to be untrue. And untrue stories are not worthy of you. Because an untrue story is just a story that is meant to deceive you. Or it's a story that doesn't want to speak to you like a man. Because in some sense, all stories are untrue, but not all stories insult your intelligence. And right now, in the world, if you're listening to this, certainly in the, as far as we know, the 19th, 20th, 21st century, the world is saturated in stories vouchsafed by hexes in the hips and the lips and in the ears and the noses and the mouths and the scripts of all the actors and actresses that have become gainfully employed, as it were, in the great theater of war, and the stories that it tells. And so occupies you, or occupies itself with occupying you in but one level of life, and making it seem like that's the entire way of being on this earth. And while you may say that you're in the worst possible position, man, we're in the worst possible position, you're in the best possible position of anyone who's ever been in the worst possible position. You're in the best possible superposition, if you prefer the quantum. All that shit is devilish to me, but anyway, I like the phraseology, right? If you're in the best superposition to be if you're in the worst position on earth, because you're a man. So draw strength from that, as do I, under this mighty tree. Because I have the time and the space, and I've cultivated a relationship that allows this anxious bag of bones to speak his voice. And lo and behold, I too am shocked at what comes out of my mouth every day. My mother would be shocked, and often is, especially in the early time of the day when I'm inclined to sort of speak my mind, because I'm getting myself going, right? But I always try to mind my manners as soon as she complains about me calling God, for instance, a cock-sucking, cum-sucking piece of shit, which I think is his technical name. You know, all of this thing which draws people in the most arduous possible directions. And I love people in that sense, because when I see what they're doing and what makes me hate them, I love them all over again. So my hatred helps me love people because I can just see what they're doing. And as much as I've met enough of them that have been harmful to me or to you or to our people and to themselves and to one another, to see them drawn in this way and in this way by this God, if you will, um, is not to feel sorry for them, but to just be like, hey, hey, I'm gonna stay here if that's all right with you. Just gonna hold the fort. You guys go off on your fucking hunting party in your work life. You go hunt the bling bling, okay? I'll be back here smoking the good weed, okay? Because I don't know what the fuck you people are smoking. I'm gonna hang out here with Bilbo Baggins. Even these little homosexual dwarves are better than you. I gotta start thinking as winter approaches now, and it is. Mark my words. Um, this is Canada. Um, I'm really noticing, but it's in a way I'm embracing how short the summer actually was. Um, how never quite warm enough the spring, and how anxious I now am with a short burst of heat and sun and tourism to embrace the winter. And and if you're watching this, I've saved you thousands of hours. That's basically what you'll conclude, irrespective of whatever sanity you attribute to me. You could study the how is this man responding to the weather in terms of how he thinks about the prospect of the months that lay ahead and the months that lay behind. And the thing about it, under the guise of talking about the weather, you can find that from anyone you talk to. And I don't even have a particular criticism of that, other than to say I think that's a very interesting way to enhance how much intelligent stimulation you get from talking about the weather. As you can see, people's religion is about the weather. Like, how has the weather been? How is it now? How do you foresee it happening? And you get people talking about higher scales, and they're talking about catastrophes and, you know, all the evils of the industrial age and the oil industries. I mean, it's just, wow. I mean, it's someone's going to have to write another political ponerology just for these advances on complaining about the weather and finding everything awful about where you've been and where you're going, unless you do or take on a very narrow view of your any remaining executive power you have in the world, as you become a trustee with all the forces that need to be taken up, um, and whose interests need to be advanced in order for you to be in the right tribe and doing the right thing for Mother Earth. I mean, it's really quite complete. It's an amazing how many different kinds of mind control are running at the same time. Enough that I do feel satisfied that, unrewarding though they may necessarily have to go on being for many centuries to come, to continue to maybe just study it and look at it and try to think of names like the first people who discovered electricity. Maybe I'm not sure if that's even a correct way to put that, because I guess it's always been around and people have related to power in different ways, and uh, and the discovery is actually quite deceptive the way that it's officially taught. So I just want to keep giving names to things that I notice, and when I find spaces to let my voice go, to let myself go, and I'm even less inclined to tell people about why I think I've arrived at this particular place in my day and in my life and in my year. Um, I'm just interested in what I have to say. I'm shocked by it. I'm shocked by how much I hate God. It's shocking because it's shocking how evil the entire concept is. And I find it and I hate it. And I find some more and I hate that. And then I find some more and I hate that. And everything I find out about God, I hate. And every time I hate that part about God, I learn more about God than I ever learned about how evil this word and this concept, the curses in the Bible, the curse of Adam and Eve, that even people exposed to that book sitting in a room are resonating with evil, resonating with homosexuality, resonating with the energy of the stories about mass xenophobic genocide. that might as well be real for the effect that they are having upon us.